Agent, we still haven't located the mobile shade server at Kenley College. It has to be there. We should investigate the site again. Check in with Torres when you're free.
Safe area detected.
Hope you're ready to go to New York.
After the green poison outbreak, we worked tirelessly to stabilize the country. The division was on the brink of collapse. Agents were called to DC to try and stave off a civil war. Deadly factions roamed the streets and vied for control of the nation's capital. Hyenas, opportunists who exploit the weak and vulnerable. Outcasts, green poison survivors seeking retribution from a society that abandoned them. And the true sons, mutineers and deserters guilty of war crimes. Alongside brave civilians, we fought to stabilize DC and took back the city. But we couldn't defeat the power of corruption. Military contractors known as Black Tusk invaded and tried to undo everything we had accomplished. We stood our ground, and with the odds stacked against us, we pushed them back. There are still dangers out there. It's up to us to remember what we are fighting for.
The division have suffered heavy casualties at City Hall. We believe it was a targeted strike. Isaac has identified an unknown biological compound. It's fast-acting and lethal. We've never seen anything like it before. New York has requested support from agents all over the East Coast. We need to help them. Fela will be our point of contact.
This is Cardinal 1. Requesting clearance to land. Cardinal 1 to base, I repeat. Requesting clearance to land.
We need to set this bird down. We clear? Loud, do you copy? Fuck, we need to get down there. agents. This is Agent Fei Lau requesting immediate reinforcements.
Move! Get to cover! This is Kelso. We're on our way.
Going anywhere.
Follow me. We've got to get up there. Take out that hostile! Got one! Reloading! Cover me!
Kelso, get inside City Hall and secure the wounded. I'll send help as soon as I can. Agent, we'll be climbing through the roof. Follow me.
Entering contaminated area.
This is bad. Isaac's readings are off the charts. Sweep the building and keep an eye out for survivors. We need to get down there. Come on! Lau, we've reached City Hall. I'm with the survivors.
Sending medics. Make sure the area is secure before they arrive.
There's gotta be Rikers coming into the basement. Agent, cover us while I get these people out.
Drag off that you want to live? Keep your fucking mask on. Keep your mask on.
Let's see if they like my toy.
Want to be you? I'll make you my goddamn successor. Breaking him up! Yeah, that was one of mine. God damn it!
Agent, this is Lau. There's a surveillance system in the basement. We need to find out who is responsible for the attack. See if you can recover the tapes.
Contamination source detected.
Keep away from the smoke. I don't think our masks can handle that shit.
Active server detected. Downloading. Running facial recognition analysis. Analysis complete. Javier, Kajika, James, Dragoff, Theo, Parnell, Vivian, Conley. Status, Rogue. Analysis complete. Aaron Keener. Status, Rogue.
After Coney Island, we knew Keener was working on some kind of virus, but I didn't think he could weaponize it this fast. We should have prepared for this.
Lau, the medics have arrived. They're extracting the survivors.
Meet me at the Haven settlement. I'll send you the coordinates. We have a lot to talk about.
Fuckers are on their way. We're going down! Good! Things are getting tight! Wait on that fucker! Shit! No, stop! Don't keep eyes on you! Fight! Here's your ticket, fucker!
The survivors have been extracted. City Hall is clear. Let's regroup in the park and go to Haven. We got incoming. I need you up here. Nice to see you in one piece. Agent Lau sent us Haven's coordinates. Let's go.
strange being here. Where it all started. I guess you build up a picture in your mind. You assume it had to be a perfect storm for everything to go so wrong. But the more you look at it, the more you realize this could have happened anywhere. Amherst just chose New York. Careful, Agent. Looks like there's trouble up ahead. Get to cover. Aim for their fuel tanks. That should slow them down.
Vital signs critical.
About the cleaners back in DC. They seem to think the only way to save this city is to burn everything that could be contaminated. It's hard to believe they were regular people before the outbreak.
Get to Haven as soon as you can. Just don't expect a warm welcome. Isn't happy to see.
We're
Get
here
back!
to speak with Rhodes.
Welcome here. We've taken in enough agents. It never ends well for us.
Let them in. Rhodes wants to hear what they have to say.
Fine.
Well, it's the safest place in lower Manhattan. They've got security, food, supplies, you name it. The fact that they're still going and haven't been run over by the Rikers or the cleaners is pretty impressive. But they're not very fond of the division, which is why we need to convince them to help us while we go after Keener. Come see me in Rhodes' office. He's not my biggest fan. Too much history there. Hopefully we can convince him to let us stay.
This way, Agent.
You go ahead. I'll check in on the survivors.
Fuck that! The division had its chance.
We need somewhere to regroup.
Find somewhere else.
How do you know Haven isn't Keener's next target?
Are you kidding me? You'll make us a target.
We can keep you safe.
Of course you can. Just like Hell's Kitchen. I'm not gonna fall for that shit again.
We're fighting the same fight here.
You know what? Our situation's a fuck ton better than it ever was back in Midtown. These people feel safe.
You're right. The situation feels better for you now. But feeling safe doesn't mean you are safe.
It's getting pretty rough out there, Paul. But it's your decision.
Do what you need to take care of Keener. And then I want you out. All of you.
Keener is our main target, but right now, his whereabouts are unknown.
That bastard's hiding somewhere in the city, planning his next move.
Based on the footage you found in City Hall, we've managed to get leads on the other 4 rogue agents.
Theo Parnell, tech specialist and conspiracy theorist.
His whereabouts are unknown, but we think he is linked to the surveillance drones we've been tracking around the city. One was recently shot down in Civic Center. We need you to recover the drone. You might be able to find him from the metadata.
Vivian Conley, explosives expert and a high-ranking leader for the Cleaners.
We've been getting reports of increasingly aggressive Cleaner attacks in 2 bridges. Check in with the local peacekeepers. They've been tracking their movements.
James Dragov, heavy weapons expert, and the acting leader of the Rikers here in Lower Manhattan.
He's holed up in a fortified compound in Wall Street. We've had some agents looking for a chink in his armor for some time now. Check in with the local safe house for more info.
Javier Kajika, tactical operations expert.
He's a ghost, but he leaves a remarkable signature. We've had reports of a number of patrols being ambushed in Battery Park. We're pretty sure it's Kajika. Best bet would be to follow his trail and see where it leads. There's no time to waste. Going after any of these targets will bring us closer to Keener.
In the meantime, we'll do what we can from Haven to support you. Good luck, Agent. Parnell was an RPA pilot before he went rogue, so he knows drones inside and out.
We think he's been using heavily customized drones to spy for Keener.
What the fuck does Rhodes think is going on here? This is a goddamned war. Keener's targeting us. The moment we start to make real progress, here we are again, fucking around and arguing with each other. I've had enough. This fuckstick needs to die. And I don't care who we have to go through or who we have to work with to do it. Sorry. It's not your fault. This peace was hard won, and now we've lost it. We're going to get him. We have to.
Unbelievable. We're right back in the same goddamn mess we were in when Amherst unleashed green poison. I set up Haven without the division and all the blood and violence you bring with you. And Faye, she's been flag waving from behind the authority of a division badge for way too long. Don't make me regret letting you into my home. I won't forgive it.
Don't worry about Rhodes. He'll warm up to you. At least I hope he will. He's a good guy. Principled. We need more like him. But we need more like you, too. I mean, principles are great, but not gonna put food on the table or protect you from a pack of Rikers. What I need is a cup of Kermits. This freeze-dried crap is killing me. I guess beggars can't be choosers.
Agent requesting backup.
Man, this task force is off to a pretty rough start. They have a lot of history, I guess. I feel for Rhodes. I know what it's like to want to hunker down and try to ride out the storm. Can't do it, though. That's not the way the world works. We've been dealt a shitty hand, but we still have cards to play. We owe everyone here our best effort. We'll find Keener and bring him to justice. We're the Division. We don't quit.
Hey, want to make a trade?
Hope you get some good use out of that one. Thanks for the trade. I'll trade anything, except my soul. But it's negotiable.
Hey, Mom. Just wanted to let you know that I made it back, and I'm fine. The dorm didn't burn down. Flight was garbage. We were delayed 3 hours and had to switch planes because some fatty broke the plane. Good news, Blue Ladies killed it at the lacrosse derby. Derby ball this year is gonna be sick. The team is amazeballs. Mom, I gotta go. My roomie just came back. She's not feeling great. They think she has strep or something. I promised to go to the health center and pick up her prescription. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I made it back and didn't get murdered on the metro. Love you. Don't forget to listen to my podcast. Prof says I need at least 50 listens to get the extra credit. How are you holding up?
Fine. We're always stretched pretty thin before the new fiscal year. I just hope we don't lose that grant money.
You'll get it. I don't know about you, but the health center is basically at capacity. The strain this year is really bad.
We've definitely had an influx in flu cases, but the presentation seems off. Sarah's got us on a yellow alert.
That's normal. At this point, I'm just handing out hand sanitizers and condoms, hoping they'll be responsible and I don't run out of antibiotics.
Same.
Last thing I need is another chlamydia outbreak. These kids need to blow off some steam, but the derby ball always ends up with at least one kid in here with bronchitis or a broken leg because they're trying to impress some girl. I don't know if I have it in me to deal with that shit this year.
Could be worse. You could be handing out methadone because the clinic down the street lost its funding.
Yeah, never have to worry about funding in academia. Just getting the deliveries out to the boonies.
You've got a metro stop.
The only drugs they'll deliver on the metro, I'm not allowed to prescribe. Just tell me the truth. I fucking hate this rumor mill bullshit.
Sarah's talking about quarantine procedures, advising people to wash their hands and stay home if they feel sick.
I've got at least 5 cases that aren't responding to treatment. I'm running out of beds and asked the president of the college to evacuate one of the dorms to set up the quarantine and cancel the derby ball.
He tell you to go fuck yourself?
Called me a fearmonger. Accused me of trying to create a panic so I get a raise. Fucking academia.
Well, it'll come out of his bonus when they have to pay the wrongful death lawsuits.
As satisfying as the idea of that chucklefuck losing his job is, I'd rather not be toe tagging my kids.
I get you.
You have any casualties?
First one, yesterday.
How old?
4. Little blonde girl. Mom's an anti-vaxxer. Thought kombucha and miso soup would cure her. When she finally brought her in, she'd lost 10 pounds and was severely dehydrated. Wasn't anything I could do. Her heart couldn't take the stress.
Base, this is Proteus calling in my sit rep. It's 1700 hours. We are on the way to the target. Should reach the reservoir in the next couple of hours. We were able to recover some supplies and comms, stumbled across an abandoned water treatment facility and found some chemicals that might be useful. Came across a decommissioned National Guard base, commandeered their mobile shade server and comms equipment. Figured it was fine since they weren't using it anymore. Swept the local weather station to recover their equipment, but it was FUBAR. I'll send an updated sit rep around 1900 when we get to the reservoir. Proteus out. Proteus to base. Requesting backup and air support. Outcasts have taken the convoy. Our intel was wrong. The site was not abandoned. Outcasts are set up in the college. No idea how long they've been here. We've taken multiple casualties. Outcasts have the comms and the chemicals we recovered en route. They have the shade server. We walked into an ambush. I repeat, Proteus to base requesting backup and air support.
Parnell was an RPA pilot before he went rogue, so he knows drones inside and out.
We think he's been using heavily customized drones to spy for Keener.
A peacekeeper managed to shoot one down, and we'd like you to check out the crash site for anything that could lead us back to Parnell.
You're heading into the Civic Center, former headquarters for government and law enforcement agencies. And I really do mean former. There were widespread protests and riots here in the early days of the outbreak. Now, it's more like a memorial to the society we lost.